Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of Reecee News. And there's some exciting news about the Mario movie because a new ad aired recently that revealed a lot about the movie, including some new locations and other details. And one of those new locations is pretty interesting because it actually references Costa from Super Mario Odyssey. I'm not sure if it's that location exactly, or it's just referencing it, but it's cool regardless. And it basically has like the inverted pyramids from Tostarena, as well as like the reddish sand. So that might actually be Tostarena, and especially due to the fact that Toad has the patch on his backpack that references the pins or the different like logos for the different kingdoms from Super Mario Odyssey. So I think it would make sense if this is the actual Tostarena. It would make a lot of sense in this context and everything, considering the fact that it looks like they're kind of traveling in between different kingdoms and everything, which kind of falls a little bit in line with Super Mario Odyssey. And it would be cool that this location would actually be Tostarena, and if they do that, I hope they do reference elements from other Mario deserts, like have like Pokies and different enemies like that would kind of make sense in the desert. So I think it would be cool to see that, and I think it would also be cool if this is Tostarena to see the Tostarenans from Super Mario Odyssey, kind of like the little sugar skull skeleton characters. I think it would be really cool to see those in the movie and everything. Kind of like how each area that was shown in the movie kind of has a different species that's inhabiting it, like the penguins in the snow area, the toads in the Mushroom Kingdom, the Kongs in DK Island, or the Yoshis in Yoshi's Island. I think it would be really cool to see the Tostarenans be kind of like the inhabitants of the desert there. And it would be cool to see like other characters based on like different desert enemies too, like the Pokies and everything. There hasn't been many like Pokie characters in like the Mario franchise, so I think that would be really cool to see something like that. But just the fact that it might be referencing Super Mario Odyssey is really cool. I mean, the movie already has a lot of Odyssey references, like the crazy cap and kind of the shape of Peach's castle and different things like that. In the fact that Pauline will be in the movie, I know Pauline was obviously originally from Donkey Kong, but she's kind of had the revival with Super Mario Odyssey and everything. So this movie definitely has a lot of influence from Super Mario Odyssey. I think they started the production around the time Super Mario Odyssey released. So it kind of makes sense why it would have a lot of Odyssey influence. It even seems like there's more Odyssey influence than influence from like the new Super Mario Bros. Series, which is pretty interesting, but definitely a welcome thing because I love Super Mario Odyssey in general. But moving on to another location, there's another location that shows an area that's kind of resembling the bomb battlefield from Super Mario 64, because it has the cannon that's kind of aimed up towards the floating island, and it seems like there's a wooden bridge in the background, so it might actually be Bob-omb Battlefield from Mario 64, and I think that would be a really cool callback, because it's definitely one of the most iconic locations in the Mario franchise, and it would be really cool to see it here. And kind of going along with the thing I said earlier about characters, I think it would be cool to see King Bob-omb in that area. I think it would be really fitting because he originally appeared in Bob-omb Battlefield, and yeah, I think that would be really nice to see overall. Like, maybe like something when Mario, like one of the first things Mario encounters when he's in the Mushroom Kingdom or something. I think that would just be really cool to kind of have a few references to Mario 64 like that. I think it's really cool that it kind of resembles that in general. I feel like that's definitely what they were going for there with like the cannon and floating island and the general feel of that area. It definitely has a lot of Mario 64 vibes to it, but it's really cool to see that location. I hope there's more locations, like, from various things in the Mario franchise. I know there's already a lot of things they referenced, but I think it would be cool to see even more locations from 3D Mario. Like kind of like how they showed Tostarena or Bob-omb Battlefield, I think it would be really cool to see like Isle Delfino in like the kind of like the ocean area, the beach area. I'm not sure, like, they already have a lot of different locations so far, but I think it would definitely be fitting to see like Isle Delfino, because it's a pretty iconic location in the Mario franchise, and they can also show like the Piantas or the Nokis, or the different species there as well, to kind of have them represented in the movie, because they're definitely pretty prevalent in various Mario games, so I think it would be pretty cool to see that. And it would be cool to see even more obscure locations, and this is kind of unlikely, but I think it would be cool to see any location from the Mario RPGs, like either from the Mario and Luigi series or Paper Mario. But it would be really cool to see that, even though it's unlikely. But it's really cool that we're getting a lot of interesting locations in the movie. And another thing that this ad showed was Cranky Kong's voice. It only showed like a quick sequence where he was like, buckle up, but it's cool to hear it regardless. But yeah, that's what we got from the new Mario movie ad. It's looking amazing so far, and I'm really looking forward to the movie. And next up, some information about Zelda Tears of the Kingdom leaked. Is basically images from the art book were leaked online, like actual images from the art book. And this is probably the most information we've gotten about the game in quite a while. For the sake of like Nintendo's policies and the fact of like spoilers and everything, I'm not going to show any of these images in the video, just to be safe and everything, and not to spoil anything. But I'm just gonna say, these images are pretty interesting. They reference things like costumes or locations and enemies, and even some mechanics in the game. But I'm not gonna show any of these images. If you want to see them, they're online. If you want to get spoiled, they're on there. But yeah, it's really weird that this got leaked, because usually things like this don't usually leak out, like for Nintendo and everything, especially since we haven't had a lot of information about this game release, even though we're fairly close to the game releasing. I'm sure Nintendo is going to reveal a lot at some point, but yeah, it's pretty weird that like all of this leaked and everything. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and make sure to check out my Discord server if you want to. Goodbye.